Hi everyone, this is Dr. Rebecca from Computer Science Engineering Data Science Department. Today we are going to see the topic Generations of Mobile Communication Technology from Mobile Computing subject. Now let us see this generations of mobile computing technology has created a very huge improvements in the wireless mobile communication and have expanded the capability of wireless communication. Initially, when it comes to the zeroth generation, the technology used, the frequency used, and everything was a bit low. When the generations have been improvised, when it lead to this another generation improvement, then we could see lots of improvement in wireless technology. Likewise, we have altogether six generations: zeroth generation to fifth generation, zeroth generation, first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, and fifth generation. Now, let us see in detail what has happened in each of this generation and how the improvements have been done compared to the earlier versions. Now, let us see the zeroth generation. This zeroth generation is known as pre-cell phone mobile telephony. Pre-cell phone mobile telephony, whereas only radio telephones and radio telephones which was in some cars before the arrival of cell phones. Before these mobile phone devices came into existence, in some cars and in some vehicles, this radio telephone signals and radio telephones have been used in some vehicles. This communication was possible only through voice only. Likewise, we see in the road traffic police, till now they use such a type of devices wherein they can give only voice commands. These voice commands can be sent, and at a time we can't send and receive when we are talking. If some other device is sending us the voice message or voice call, then there would be an interruption. This was a disadvantage in the zeroth generation. This was these mobile phones were usually mounted, as I told, as we have discussed. This generation, it was used only in vehicles where it supports only radio signals, radio telephones, wherein only voice was possible, voice commands only. Uh, Voice commands only, communication was only purely on voice only, that is phone calls only. In zero generation, this is pre-cell phone mobile telephony technology, which used radio telephones, radio telephones, which was used only in vehicles wherein it supports only voice communication. That means only phone calls was possible. Phone calls, that was not only two-way communication, it was only one way. Example for this one is traffic traffic polices use this walkie-talkie type. This is regarding zeroth generation. Now coming to the first generation. In first generation, the calling was in zeroth generation only the voice commands was possible. Whereas when it came to the first generation, in first generation calling was possible. That means we can call from one device to another device. Here it used analog signals. It used FDD scheme, which typically allocated with 25 megahertz frequency division scheme, wherein it has 25 megahertz. The coverage area was very small. No roaming support between various operators. The sound quality was very low. The speed was 24 kilobytes per second, 2.4 kbps. First generation. First generation, the first time calling was introduced in mobile systems. It used only analog systems, analog signals. It used an FDD scheme and typically allocated a bandwidth of 25 megahertz. The coverage area was very small. No roaming support between various operators. The sound quality was very low. Speed is 2.4 kbps. Now coming to second generation, 2G. 2G, second generation, here what happened is earlier we had analog signal. This analog signal is shifted from analog to digital. Now digital technology came into existence in second generation. What happened is when it comes to digital, it supported SMS. Existing, it had voice. It now in second generation, the added thing is SMS. Now this second generation supports both voice and SMS. It supports four sectors of wireless industry: digital cellular, first one digital cellular, mobile data, PCS, and wireless LAN. Once again, digital cellular, mobile data, PCS, WLAN. It supports all the four sectors in the second generation. And moderate mobile data service was provided. The speed was 64 kbps. It supported only little data facilities. Now, 2G WLAN provided high data rate and large area coverage. High data rate compared to zeroth and first generation, because in zeroth and first generation it had only analog signals, whereas in second generation it has supported digital. Analog is shifted to digital, and the speed here is 64 kbps. Earlier in the small keypad type mobiles, like it only supported to check the results, or some little features were given in the mobile device. For that particular features, whatever the data required, it used only 2G network. Now coming to third generation. In third generation, what happened is existing 2G was improved. The internet system was improved and better system and capacity was given in third generation. It offered high speed wireless internet, high speed, whereas in a second generation we could see only 64 kbps speed was there. But when it came to third generation, the speed has shifted from 64 kbps to 2 mbps. The change in the speed of the network has improvised a lot. Now, because of this speed improving, the system has supported high speed wireless internet in third generation. This is regarding third generation. Now let us see fourth generation. In fourth generation, it used IP based protocols. IP based protocols which supported LTE, long term evolution, which was mainly for internet. IP for internet. Vivo LTE, voice over LTE, voice over long term evolution, which supported voice. Now, in this fourth generation, what happened is because of using of IP based protocols, it supported internet with good streaming or good speed. Everything was comparatively with third generation. In fourth generation, it had a speed and good quality of internet, and it also supported voice over long term evolution, which is supportive for both voice as well as internet. Voice as well as internet. Here what happened is freedom and flexibility to select any desired service with reasonable quality of service. Here what happened is whichever service we want, we could opt for few service, we can opt out the service. That flexibility was included in fourth generation wireless devices. It uses high usability. It supports multimedia service at low transmission costs. In previous versions, we had only what you say, low sound quality or low speed, low data coverage, but whereas this has HD quality streaming. HD quality streaming, wherein we can view the images, we can view the videos, and we can view the streamings properly and clearly without missing any clarity in the image or in the videos. The speed was 100 Mbps, whereas in third generation it had only 2 Mbps. That 2 Mbps speed was improvised to 100 Mbps. This speed drastically improvement in the speed drastically made a change in high speed, and that to HD quality streaming in the fourth generation. Coming to fifth generation, in fewer countries it has yet to be come, and it supports higher data rates compared to 4G. The 5G has 30 times faster. 30 times it is faster compared to 4G, and connectivity is more fast and secure in fifth generation network, and latency data has reduced to great level, and there would be more flexibility in the network, massive network capacity. All these changes has made fifth generation mobiles or fifth generation wireless communication devices with a good quality and good quality of service provided in the fifth generation, because compared to fourth generation, the speed it is 30 times faster. The speed in fifth generation is 30 times faster. Now let us see each and every generation differences. Before that differences, we will see how this wireless networks is compared to the fixed networks. In comparison, we have few parameters: higher loss rates due to interference. This is improved in wireless network in compared to the fixed network, wherein emissions of engines and lighting, this was a problem in fixed networks. Next, restrictive regulations of frequencies. There was a few restrictions compared to the frequencies that have to be coordinated, and useful frequencies are almost occupied, because the fixed useful frequencies are already preoccupied or it is accomplished. There was a restrictive regulations for the frequencies. Low transmission rates. Low transmission rates, it was locally some mbits, regionally 9.6 kilobits with GSM. GSM supported 9.6 kbps with for the local transmission rates. Coming to this next parameter, higher delays and higher jitter. Higher delays and higher jitter, connection setup time with GSM in the second range, several hundred milliseconds for other wireless systems. This this is another parameter. Now next, let us see lower security, simpler active attacking, radio interference, accessible for everyone. Base station can be simulated, attracting calls from mobile phones. Now next one, always shared medium. Secure access mechanisms are important when it comes to the in comparison with the fixed network. All six parameters: higher loss rates due to interference. This interference may be caused with emission of engines or lighting. Second parameter, restrictive regulations of frequencies. What happened is frequencies to be coordinated. What happened is almost all the useful frequencies are preoccupied. Next, low transmission rates. The transmission rate in regional currently is 9.6 kbps. Next, higher delays, higher jitters. Connection setup time with GSM in the second range, several hundred milliseconds for other wireless systems. Next, lower security, simpler active attacking. What happened here is radio interference accessible for everyone. Base station can be simulated, which supported mobile calls. Next, it used a shared medium. Now let us see the improvised and differences, with speeds and which type of mobile supported these speeds. Coming to first generation mobiles, this walkie-talkie type of device, walkie-talkie type of device, wherein it used protocol analog queue. The speed was 2.4 kbps. It was only walkie-talkie type mobiles. Coming to this had only voice commands. It used analog signals. Analog signals, voice commands in first generation, and it used the speed is 2.4 kbps. In 1980s, these came into existence. Coming to second generation, here phone calls was possible. Phone calls was possible. This came into existence in 1990s. Here, what happened is these analog signals was replaced with digital signals. Hence, phone calls was possible in 2G as well as in 1G, and moreover here SMS facility was added and fewer data, very few data was possible. This was supported with a mobile earlier in the first improvements, wherein this mobile had a keypad type, wherein it supported very less data activities. Coming to 3G, this came into existence in 2003. The speed was improved and smartphones came into existence in 3G technology, wherein it was completely replaced with keypad option. Keypad is completely replaced in the smartphone technology. The speed improved to 2 Mbps from 64 kbps. This has great improvement to Mbps. Coming to fourth generation technology, it came into existence in 2009. It had protocols, IP protocols, wherein it supports internet. Vivo LTE, it supported both IP for internet. Vivo LTE, which had supported both internet and voice. This improvement has been done in fourth generation. Coming to fifth generation, it came into existence from 2020. In fewer countries, still it has not been implemented this technology. In few countries, only fourth generation mobiles are used. This is now being launching in many countries, and the speed compared to this 4G, it is 1 GB, almost 30 times faster compared with 4G. Here, this 5G has been with high data streaming quality, wherein we can use the data with efficient speed compared to this fourth generation technology. The speed drastically improved, where in first generation it is 2.4 kbps, in second generation 64 kbps. Coming to third generation, from kbps it has improved to mbps. 2 mbps was the basic speed supported in 3G. Coming to 4G, it has drastically improved from 2 mbps to 100 mbps, and this speed even has more improvement in 5G. Coming to this, in first generation, only walkie-talkie type of mobiles. In second generation, a mobile with this keypad, which had an interface to implement or to use the data services with internet. Internet came into existence in 2G with fewer capabilities of data. Coming to 3G, the smartphone came into existence in 3G, where it has replaced this keypad type of mobiles with smartphone. The speed is 2 Mbps. Coming to 4G, this what happened is, in from 2 Mbps, the speed has improvised to 100 Mbps. This has both internet and voice facilities. Coming to fifth generation, this has improved and the wireless communication technology is drastically improved compared with first generation to fifth generation, or else from pre-mobile telephony, that is zeroth generation to fifth generation. These are the improvements made in each and every generation in the wireless technology. Thank you.